Chosen ones, tomorrow, April 21st, 2025, the maximum portal will pull you into your next level. It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no accident. An unstoppable surge of cosmic power has roared into our realm, and on April 21st, 2025, this force will peak in a portal of staggering intensity, summoning every chosen one to stand and claim the destiny long etched into their bones. Enough sleepwalking. Enough cowering behind half measures. You feel the flicker in your heart, the war cry in your veins. This is no time for timidity. If you are ready to rip through illusions and seize the unimaginable, then open your eyes, muster your resolve, and let this rallying shout catapult you into the next level of your being. Like this video, subscribe, and comment 77 foot if you dare to open yourself to the sweeping metamorphosis about to unfold. Chapter 1. A Door Awakening. Under the full moon, the universe has hammered on your soul's door for months, though you might not have realized it. In every restless night or jolt of intuition, it's been sending an electric pulse, stirring you awake from the slumber of the mundane. Now, as the maximum portal nears its apex on April 21st, 2025, that door you've half ignored trembles with raw power. It's not a subtle nudge. It's a cosmic battering ram demanding that you step forward with a fearless heart. This door, this threshold, represents the severing of old patterns, the unshackling from self-imposed beliefs that no longer serve you. A hush precedes the break, a hush thick with anticipation. You might feel the tension in your life intensifying, as though old illusions are frantically scrambling to maintain their hold. That tension is a sign you're mere inches from the threshold. Every entanglement or distraction that tries to keep you stuck is a final stand of forces that fear your liberation. Yet your spirit resonates with a deeper call. The moment you cross that door, you won't ever be the same. Doors once locked from the outside have started swinging open under your touch. The Watchers, those clandestine energies that thrive on your doubt, are powerless to stop a soul who has recognized the path of true calling. Beyond this door lies the unknown, but it's not a gloom of uncertainty. Instead, it's an expanse pulsing with promise, the next level you were always meant to attain. At first, stepping into it might feel like being thrust into a new dimension. Your senses overwhelmed by the sudden clarity. It's as if the illusions you carried about your own limitations, about how big or small you're allowed to dream, drop off like old weights. The hush in your ears is not emptiness. It's the quiet hum of boundless potential. You might wonder, what if I'm not ready? The door stands with unblinking assurance that you are. If you weren't, it wouldn't stir with such relentless force. This is the moment for radical trust, for slamming aside every question of worthiness. In the swirl of cosmic signs and personal revelations, your calling bellows, no more delays. Take one bold step, and the rest will follow. The Watchers might try to sow seeds of last-minute panic, but the synergy forging in your core is stronger now than any threat of fear. Gather yourself, gather your breath, feel the drumbeat in your chest. When the clock strikes the portal's peak, you will see how illusions can't stand the brilliance of a chosen one who has chosen themselves. The door is not just a passageway. It's the manifestation of the unstoppable synergy you've felt flickering all along. Each new breath steals your resolve. Each heartbeat readies you for the unstoppable transformation. And when you cross that threshold, you'll do it as the unstoppable being you always were, but only now dared to unveil. Chapter 2. Echoes of the past that tried to chain you. Your journey toward this April 21st portal hasn't been a pristine march. You've lugged the weight of ancient echoes, fears, regrets, betrayals, like phantom anchors clinging to your ankles. Perhaps a mentor once dismissed your ambitions, or close companions rolled their eyes at your dreams. Families might have embedded limiting beliefs in your psyche, layering warnings of what's realistic or practical. In moments of weakness, you even believed them, taming your own brilliance to fit the frameworks they set for you. But illusions, no matter how deeply rooted, cannot restrain a spirit that has awakened to its cosmic inheritance. Now, as the maximum portal nears, these echoes stir, sensing that their hold is slipping. You may notice triggers popping up, a sudden memory of ridicule or a pang of guilt conjured from old mistakes. Don't be fooled. This is the Watcher's last ditch. They dredge up past illusions, hoping you revert to smallness. But your eyes no longer flinch from the truth. These echoes are but stories, chapters that once taught you resilience and clarity, but have no place in the new volume you're about to write. It's essential to recognize who or what instilled these echoes. Often, those who cling to their own illusions resent seeing a chosen one liberate themselves. They fear your flight because it exposes the self-imposed bars of their own cages. Your ascendancy shines a harsh light on their own stunted potential, so they lash out with petty criticisms or manipulative words. You might even detect sorrow behind their hostility, alarming for their own unrealized calling. When you see it that way, compassion softens your stance. But do not let that compassion tether you to their illusions. Embracing compassion for the past doesn't mean letting your future be shaped by its wounded players. Rather, it means you hold no resentment as you ascend beyond their sphere of doubt. You might find yourself quietly whispering a mental thank you to every obstacle. After all, they sharpened your spirit into a blade able to cut through illusions. They were reluctant teachers in the art of forging unstoppable synergy. Now you can sense them receding in your wake, powerless to halt the unstoppable wave carrying you forward. You realize each anchor was a test. Each relationship, each heartbreak, each whisper of doubt taught you how illusions work. They latch on to your insecurities. But in learning that, you also learned to sever them. And sever you did. With your next step, these echoes dissolve. Their last pleas for attention vanish, overshadowed by the luminosity you embody. It's not arrogance. It's the rightful release of illusions that never belonged to you anyway. Your heart might twinge with remnants of sorrow for those still trapped in illusions. But you can't pause to rescue them. The synergy calls you onward. And on April 21st, the tide turns unstoppable. This portal is not gentle. It's a surge that respects only your full-throated yes. You've confronted your anchors and left them behind. Now your only task is to muster unwavering belief in the path unfolding. This synergy sees no chain too strong, no memory too haunting, and no regret too heavy to stifle a determined soul. Let the Watchers watch. Your destiny cannot be bound by yesteryear. Chapter 3. The Portal's Rising Weight of Power. Imagine standing at the edge of a beach, gazing at the horizon. You feel a shift in the tide, a mammoth wave building far out at sea, unseen by casual onlookers. That's what the maximum portal is. For weeks, maybe months, you sensed its buildup in subtle shivers of intuition. Now the wave is cresting, the cosmic energy swirling into a single unstoppable surge, set to break on April 21st, 2025. The Watchers, blind to the deeper currents, see only a ripple. But you, dear chosen one, perceive a tsunami of transformation racing toward the shore of your life. This wave is no gentle nudge. It's a primeval force that picks up every thread of your readiness, every spark of synergy you've ignited, and merges them into an irresistible push forward. The illusions that tried to drown you, they'll be swept away by the sheer power of this momentum. Yet to harness it fully, you must remain anchored in faith, trusting that this wave carries precisely the impetus your spirit needs. Resist it, and you risk a chaotic tumble, letting half-baked fears sabotage your once-in-a-lifetime ride. Already you sense the tension building in your environment. Old patterns creak and groan under the pressure of imminent collapse. Relationships either deepen into mutual empowerment or fracture under the friction. Unexpected opportunities flicker, hinting at the colossal shift on the horizon. A hush of anticipation envelops you. Your chest tightens, not with anxiety, but with the awe of standing on the cusp of the grand unknown. You're not sure how your life will look once the wave crashes ashore, only that it won't be the same, and that part of you has yearned for exactly this. The Watchers might sniff out your heightened state, offering final illusions of dread. They murmur that this wave is too big. You're not ready. It's safer to remain in the shallows. But illusions fail when confronted by your awakened synergy. You see through their scam and grin. Yes, the wave is massive, but so is your spirit. You fought your way here, collecting every speck of courage from your battered past. In those quiet meditations, you felt the swirl of cosmic energy respond, forging an alliance of unstoppable synergy. That synergy pulses in your veins, telling you to trust the wave. Let it lift you high beyond the watcher's trivial warnings. And so you wait, not in idleness, but in poised readiness. You align your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, each day refining the synergy that ties you to this cosmic current. There's a cleanliness to your focus now, a rejection of drama, trivial pursuits, and negativity. You sense your body, mind, and spirit converging into a single unstoppable arrow. The watchers can't decode this final alignment because it defies the shallow patterns they've charted. That's your power. You're forging new shapes in the cosmic sea, preparing to ride a wave that no rational measure can predict. At last, April 21st nears, moment that transcends the typical flow of time. The wave approaches. You can almost taste the electric tang in the air, feel the deep hum under your feet. And in that hum is a promise. If you leap with both heart and soul, letting synergy be your surfboard, you'll carve a new destiny in a single unstoppable motion. Let illusions cower. You stand ready to embrace the wave. The watchers be damned. It's coming, and you will rise with it to an elevation you've only dared to dream. Chapter 4. Summoning the vision that defines you. As the wave of the maximum portal approaches, your mind floods with visions of what your next level might look like. But this isn't just daydreaming. These visions feel like living codes, reflections of your core destiny, speaking through images and impulses. They might come in bursts of creativity, a new business concept, a philanthropic dream, or an audacious personal quest. Each vision reveals another facet of your unstoppable synergy, coaxing you to embrace it fully, to shape your life with the ferocity of true conviction. If once you hesitated to claim these visions, fearing you'd be mocked or found unworthy, you can't afford that hesitation anymore. This energy that's flooding your soul demands the fullness of your imagination. It demands your unbridled readiness to conceive your future in broad, electrifying strokes. The watchers might cringe, complaining you're too grandiose, but such illusions melt under the intensity of your newly surfaced desire. This is no time for half-hearted acceptance. Either you step into the grandeur that calls, or you remain overshadowed by illusions of limitation. There's a quiet ecstasy that overtakes you as you let these visions simmer. You realize they aren't random fancies. They're orchestrated by the synergy linking your soul and the cosmos. In these fleeting glimpses, you see not just your benefit, but the ripple of transformation you could unleash on a hungry world. Wealth and recognition, yes, but also an expanded capacity to heal, to create, to anchor positivity where it's direly needed. The watchers see only the material trappings, but you see the deeper tapestry, how your surge can light fires of awakening in others, turning you into a living beacon of what's possible. And so, you begin to communicate with these visions, maybe through journaling, quiet reflection, or pure, blazing meditations. The illusions that once told you, don't get your hopes up, fade as you sense the synergy responding with the resounding, yes, dream bigger. You toss old disclaimers aside and speak your truth plainly. I want to start that global initiative. I want to compose that revolutionary work of art. I want to break generational poverty in my lineage. Freed from illusions, your true voice emerges, direct and unapologetic. Some might warn you to be realistic. Let them have their caution. Realism is a lens for those who dwell in illusions, blind to synergy's power. For you, synergy is reality, the unstoppable momentum that reveals all else as mere shadows. While illusions thrive on linear cause and effect, synergy operates in quantum leaps and improbable coincidences. It doesn't matter if you can logically chart the path. That's the watcher's game. You stand outside their brittle logic, dancing with a cosmic fluidity they can't chart or predict. So summon your vision. Let it dazzle you. Breathe life into it with each heartbeat. The wave is coming, And these visions are the sails you hoist to catch its unstoppable wind. The watchers can only watch, their illusions disarmed by your clarity of purpose. This synergy will take your intangible dreams and fuse them into a new, living reality the moment you say, I am ready. So dare to keep your visions large, because the bigger they are, the more profoundly they resonate with the unstoppable synergy swirling around you. Embrace them wholeheartedly, for tomorrow you watch them awaken in ways beyond your wildest guess. Chapter 5. Facing the Test of Commitment. As the final hours to April 21st tick by, a hush of expectancy mingles with the undercurrents of tension. Yes, you've glimpsed the incoming wave, clarified your visions, and severed illusions. But synergy doesn't thrive on mere declarations. It demands proof in action. So a gauntlet arises, the test of commitment. This test feels like a million small decisions, whether to stand firm in your new identity or slip back into old patterns. The watchers track your every move, hoping to find a crack in your armor. Maybe an old fear returns in the guise of a seemingly practical worry. Will this next step jeopardize my stability? Or a friend might question, why take the risk when you have something good enough? The illusions reel you into a final standoff, projecting nightmares of failure or scorn. But your synergy answers with unwavering calm, reminding you that comfort rarely bursts transformation, that only courageous leaps attract the unstoppable blessings you sense waiting on the other side. In this test, your words and intentions must align with your deeds. If you vow to be unstoppable, you can't flinch at the first sign of trouble. The illusions want you to entertain second guesses, to weigh your new destiny against the stale comfort of the old. But that old comfort now feels hollow, doesn't it? You've already tasted freedom from illusions, glimpsed how your synergy breaks every chain. The watchers want a foothold in your heart through hesitation. You deny them by pressing on, even with your pulse pounding. This test might also manifest physically. Perhaps deadlines loom, resources seem uncertain, or unforeseen challenges erupt in your environment. Rather than interpret these as cosmic rejections, see them as forging fires that confirm your readiness. Each time you solve a challenge or pivot gracefully, you reaffirm that illusions hold no real power over a determined spirit. Yes, it's stressful, but also exhilarating. You're living proof that synergy thrives in adversity, that your unstoppable force grows more formidable under duress. And so you march. With each anxious breath, you ground yourself in the synergy's hum, trusting you're never truly alone. Allies appear at just the right moment. Insights arrive in the nick of time. The watchers gape, wondering how you keep pivoting and thriving instead of folding. The answer is simple. Your synergy is your fortress, built from the bricks of your unwavering decision to ascend. The illusions see only random chance, but you feel the cosmic partnership guiding each footstep. Triumph in this test doesn't mean you won't feel fear. Fear is natural. Triumph means you refuse to let fear steer you. Face it. Gather your courage and propel forward. And as you pass each micro-challenge, you sense the tension building, vicinity expanding, until it's like a crescendo poised to break the air. This final push readies you for the moment the wave collides with your life at dawn on the 21st. The watchers hold their breath, unaware that with every choice you make for synergy over illusions, you bind your soul tighter to the unstoppable fate, forging itself under cosmic ordinance. Chapter 6. The Threshold of Dawn. Embracing the Surge. Morning breaks on April 21st, and a live current snaps through every nerve. The world looks unchanged, yet you sense the universe holding its breath, waiting to see how you'll move, speak, and become. Inside your chest, synergy rises like a second sunrise, each heartbeat echoing the cosmic drum that has guided you here. The portal is open, silent, invisible, irresistible, and illusions lie torn in its path. No thunder cracks the sky. Instead, a deeper knowing settles over you. You stand, exhale the last crumbs of fear, and whisper, I accept. Two tiny words sever every lingering chain. At once, the synergy you've seeded rushes in, filling you with tidal grace. Calm spreads through your limbs as though your soul expands to house the cosmic power now flooding in. Onlookers notice an uncanny confidence in your gaze. Some recoil, unsettled, while others drift closer, magnetized by the quiet force you emanate. Today, wealth is no longer a distant prize but a rightful inheritance. Old voices once called you greedy for wanting more, yet you now see abundance as love in motion, a resource meant to heal, create, and uplift. The watchers miss this dimension. They see only material gain, blind to the unstoppable synergy fueling grander aims. Signs surface quickly. A call sparks an unlikely collaboration. A conversation unveils financial paths you'd overlooked. Perhaps you simply feel a calm certitude that manifestation has shifted from theory to reflex. This isn't mania. It's synergy made tangible, confirming that your acceptance was the missing key. You conquer illusion not by attacking it, but by rising to a height it can't reach. From that vantage, the Watcher schemes look like children chasing shadows. They possess no script for one enthroned in Synergy's current, so you let dawn wash over you, a quiet smile on your lips. Illusions melt, Watchers fade, and your spirit takes its seat at the cosmic banquet. The portal hums in delight, ushering you to the next level, unassailable, expansive, irrevocably free. Chapter 7, Emerging into the Realm of Impossible Miracles. At last, you cross fully into a realm where impossible miracles dance as everyday realities. You sense it in the hush that follows your acceptance. That moment when illusions can't even muster a protest, because synergy occupies every corner of your being. The Watchers, once so invested in your limitation, might linger at the fringes, but their gaze now drifts to others still mired in doubt. For you, the unstoppable wave has already carried you beyond their sphere of influence, depositing you in a space where manifestation and creation align effortlessly with your will. Suddenly, the wealth you once pined for materializes in forms both anticipated and gloriously unexpected. Your channels of income multiply in a flurry of cosmic logic that defies standard calculation. People marvel at the coincidences that bless you. You merely smile knowing it is synergy at work, the unstoppable synergy that saturates your every cell. Each new success confirms that illusions were never more than paper walls, illusions you burn to ash with your determined flame. In this realm, it's not just the money. Every step you take now resonates with a sense of regal purpose. You observe how your presence sparks transformation in those around you, how casual conversations become catalysts for others to break their illusions. This is how a chosen one wields prosperity, as a torch that lights the path for those still fumbling in the dark. You look around and realize you stand in the vivid outcome of a destiny so many tried to bury. The Watchers were but failed gatekeepers. You soared past them, and in doing so, showed the route for every brave soul who follows. Still, a voice inside reminds you that synergy is dynamic, not a static gift. You vote. You must keep your heart open, letting this unstoppable energy flow through you rather than stagnate. The illusions love to regroup if you grow complacent, but you have no intention of stepping off this awakened path. It belongs to you now, as integral as your heartbeat. Indeed, your future brims with expansions beyond your wildest illusions, each step forging new arcs of unstoppable synergy, each day unveiling fresh wonders. And so, you stand at the cusp of ongoing possibility, breathing in the potent hush that signals a permanent shift in your life's narrative. Every moment from now on is touched by the knowledge that illusions are powerless before the resolute synergy of a chosen one. Wealth, once a distant ambition, is now the fluid means by which you enact your grand vision. You sense the Watcher's distant murmurs, but no longer fear them. They are footnotes in a story you've outgrown. All that remains is the infinite horizon of your potential, shimmering with each breath, calling you onward.